This is the Singer 185K and it's got a problem. The clutch doesn't disengage the needle and the stop motion screw doesn't stop turning. I'm Ollie, this is SimplyStitchy. In today's video we're going to be taking this off the machine to see if we can fix it. To take the stop motion screw off, we need to take this little tiny screw out first. You might need to hold the stop motion screw still with your other hand. Make sure you put those parts in a safe place so you can find them when it comes to reassembling your machine after fixing it. Next thing to do is unscrew the stop motion screw. This little washer is what helps disengage the needle. If we take a close look at the stop motion screw for a moment, I've put the little tiny screw back in. And if we have a look at this little washer, it fits on the back of the stop motion screw. And what happens is that little screw stops this little washer from going all the way around. Now the hardest part about doing this particular maintenance job is getting this thing the right way round. It's got two different sides, like most things. There's a wrong side and a right side, and what you'll usually find is if your needle still keeps going up and down when you think you've disengaged it to wind a bobbin, it's probably because this thing is the wrong way round. The belt connecting the hand wheel to the motor is a little bit tight on this machine. I'm going to undo the screw holding the motor to the machine just to give me a little bit more slack. You might not have to do that on your machine. I'm going to clean this up with some denatured alcohol. I'm also going to clean this bit just to get rid of some of the old ick. Test an inconspicuous area first to make sure it won't damage the paintwork. First, we'll try grease. Grease is basically an oil, but it has thickening agents added to it to make it a solid at room temperature. It has a high melting point, so it's used in areas that don't get too hot right away, or just don't get too hot. Not all machines like it, but we're going to give it a try and see how we get on. Now to put it back together, remember to pop the belt back on first and make sure it sits in that little groove on the hand wheel. Next, I just need to tighten the motor screw. And if you can see that, it's actually got some lettering on it, which is quite handy, and that is the side that wants to face you. So I'm going to pop it on with the lettering facing outwards, and then pop the stop motion screw back in. Nope, it can still turn right round, so that's not right. 3 more ways to try. Nope. Nope. And nope. 4 ways and none work. Guess it's back to the drawing board. That didn't work at all, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this back off and I'm going to clean off that grease, and I'm going to give same machine oil a try. Some machines grease is just too heavy for the mechanism, and that could be what's going on with this machine. This is just the regular same machine oil that I use on all of my machines, and it's the bottle that's got the zoom spout because it just makes it a lot easier to get into the little nooks and crannies. What you're looking for is stainless lily white same machine oil. And I'm just going to put a little bit on here and rub it about a bit. You don't need a lot because it does actually go a long way. I'm going to put a bit on there as well. As I said before, there's a number of different ways that this can go on there. Basically what you want to do is you want to get these little tabs in these two little notches that are on this drive shaft. What I'm going to try and do is put it on so that the part number is at the top, which means you've got two knobbly bits up here and one knobbly bit down at the bottom, and see if that works. It's just a case of holding the washer on and then tightening up this stop motion screw. It's not the best design, it's fiddly, got to be said. My hand's getting in the way now. There you go. Now I'm going to have to put the screw back in, so bear with me for a second. No, no, it's on wrong. Okay, so it's not with the part number at the top, so we're going to try that the other way up. So Manco's at the top. Okay, let's take a look. That's disengaged, and it's actually got a stop. Let's see if it disengages the needle. Now if we turn it back to the right, so the oil has worked a treat. For future reference, the washer in there has got the words pointing outwards, and I had Manco at the top with two prongs facing upwards and one facing downwards. You might find that useful when you come to do your own stop motion screw, and it might help you get the actual washer on the right way around first time. You never know. Let me know in the comments how you get on, and let me know if that's the way up it works for you too. So there you go. Sometimes when you're maintaining or repairing these older vintage machines, it is down to a certain amount of trial and error. What works for one machine might not necessarily work for another one. I hope you liked today's video. If you did, give it a thumbs up, and why not go and check out some of the other videos I've got on the channel using the links coming up on the screen any minute now, or the ones I'll pop in the description box for you. Whichever video you do go and check out next, hope to see you back here for the next one, and in the meantime, whatever you're sewing it with, embrace your creativity and have fun. Thank you ever so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.